What's up, beer drinkers? How y'all doing this week? Oh, we got another great show for you again this week. Not only do we drink and review some delicious beers, but we also have a couple good beer news stories for you. And then our cold brew list. For those of you who are not into football, or especially not into the 49ers, you're probably not going to like the cold brew list, but I love it. That's my team. And we go through the schedule because the schedules dropped last week. And now Sorcerer Chromatic doesn't like to play the schedule game. I love to play the schedule game, and I play the schedule game while he's going through the schedule, and I talk shit about the opponents throughout the whole thing. I am feeling it. By the end of the show, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling myself. So I get at the curse words start flying. Anyway, yeah. So right now. I'm recording this part of the show on a Thursday right before the show drops. And I just wanted to give a little pat on the back, shout out to myself. Today is my 19th anniversary with my company, FedEx Freight. Wow, 19 years when I first started. I didn't think I mean, I would hope I would last this long, but I just figured something else would come along and something better. But nope. Glad I stuck around. Having fun now at work. And not that I was never having fun, but you know that some days are better than others. And seems like I have a lot more better days in a row than I used to back in the day. So anyway, I have 19 years and probably about 20 more to go, 19 more to go. Maybe I'll go for even 40. We'll see how it goes, you know. That's assuming that no other better opportunities arise, and I keep loving what I'm doing. So, all right. Before we get to the show, don't forget to follow us on Untapped and also on Instagram, Cöld Brüe Podcast. And I really have to start posting again. I feel bad, especially for all those who come on the show and rely on the show, and I don't even advertise for myself. I need to hire a team. And if you all want there to be my social media manager, can't really pay you much. Maybe I'll treat you to a beer every once in a while, but that's about it. So yeah, get at me. All right. So without further, excuse me, little froggy in my throat. I'm gonna go have a shot of tequila right after this to clear my the frog from my throat and to celebrate 19 years. All right. Without further ado, it's time for another cold brew. Coming at you pre-recorded from Cöld Brüe Studios. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic. And we're here to talk about beer.
Yes, we are.
How you doing this week, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. Can't complain.
Yeah, any
working.
Yeah.
Counting down the days for our vacation, but working.
Oh man, I can't wait. What is it 2 weeks now?
Pretty much from when this show drops, yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be so fucking great. I got 2 beers, and usually we when we do our bottle share thing, if we do it this year, we usually do it like barrel aged stouts and stuff. I got 2 triple IPAs I'm bringing through.
Ooh, are they any of them Dogfish Head 120?
No, actually they're not. I do have one though. I could bring it if you want me to.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm not making any requests.
That'd be 3 because I think I have one from either last year or the year before. Check this out. If it's from 2022, I'll bring it. If it's from 2023, I'll wait till next year.
All
right. But
sure.
So 2 to 3 IPAs I might be bringing.
Word.
Right on. All right, man. Let's get to the beer, shall we?
Sure.
All right. Today I have in front of me from our good friends, our really good friends, from Catalyst Crafted Ales in Tempe, Arizona. I have their hazy pale ale called Good Company. It is hopped with Motueka hops, and it is 16 ounce. It doesn't have the ABV on They can. So I'll have to look that up and give it to you later. But this comes to us from Catalyst. Long time listeners of the show know that we are good friends with Will and I know Alex. I've met him a couple times, and they will be on the show in a couple months. I got something scheduled, lined up, coming up. So I'm gonna have Will and Alex both on at the same time. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, pop off. Oh, here we go. What do you got?
Well, since I'm getting the band back together,
Yeah.
I actually have I have a beer from Gat. No, I have a beer that I kind of mentioned the other day that I had because I bought the Gordon Biersch variety pack,
Yeah.
and like I said, Gordon Biersch is back and reestablished, and I got their Bavarian Hefeweizen.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Dan is back. Tell your friends.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so Hefeweizen. It's all about the yeast and wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Keep chilled. 12 fluid ounces.
Right.
355 milliliters.
Very nice. Basically,
Right, so
yeah.
going back to me being geeked out with Gordon Biersch kind of re-establishing themselves. I got their value pack. So again, traditional German style brewery from San Jose. Seriously, turned me on to craft beer. The Hefeweizen, I learned a lot about the different styles of beer through Gordon Biersch. And yeah, this is their wheat offering. I'm excited to have it. And any further ado, Papa.
Now, real quick, before I get to my beer, because I'm enjoying it, but Dan Gordon studied in Germany, if I'm not mistaken, right? So he's very not adherent to Reinheitsgebot, but he prides himself on brewing like authentic style German beers, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, their whole lineup until recent has always been the German ales. So I mean, they did switch it up at the restaurant level. I don't know if they did production level. However, so when you think of German beers, well, to me, I mean, the Hefeweizen is the one that stands out. I mean, Märzen did. I'm just saying, German name wise, Hefeweizen is very, very universal, whereas the Märzen could be, hidden as an amber.
Right? Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So, yeah, without any further ado, Prost.
Yeah, Prost. So this Good Company from Catalyst Crafted Ales, 5.9% alcohol by volume. Yeah.
Is any of their can art related to Bad Company? Just throwing it out.
I was about to mention. Yeah, no, it is not Bad Company by Bad Company. I like that. Not only did they name the band Bad Company, then they also had a song named Bad Company and the album's named Bad Company. It's like a trifecta.
A side note.
Yeah.
Do the Eagles have a song called The Eagles?
They do not.
Okay.
Oh, shit. And I don't think
What
Led
about
Zeppelin.
Chicago?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin doesn't have a song named Led Zeppelin either.
Okay.
Even though there's a Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's funny. Maybe we'll come back next week. Let me make a note. Maybe I'll do the band trifecta where a song, a band, the band album and a song is the same name.
You know that too? Because maybe if you find a shitload, it's got to be like the feature single on the album.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or that's got to be the top of the list because, well, no, wait, I'm sorry. New Edition didn't do Boys to Men, but Boys to Men was named after that song, Boys to Men.
Oh, yeah. Boys to
I digress.
Men. We're Boys to Men. Okay. 5.9% alcohol by volume. I found the write-up says it's good company. That's all. We start with some oats and wheat for some body, and the whirlpool with a friendly amount of motueka. After a clean fermentation, we dry hop with motueka and a kiss of Nelson for some companionship. Hey, who doesn't like some companionship with Mr. Ha Ha, right? Flavors of lime and passion fruit are balanced by a full-bodied pale base. We hope you enjoy this with good company. Hey, I can't think of a better company than you, bro. Cheers.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Wish I could see this.
Hey, wait a minute. How's your beer?
Good. This I haven't had like a true hef in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now I say that with a lot of admiration for the Gordon beer style being authentic to German. So I want to say so I get it. It's not an authentic hef because it's not a German company, but
Right.
this is that deeper, richer style hef, that weedy, malty up front that's still kind of hearty. I mean, I'm not trying to knock it, but you know, when Blue Moon was introduced, it kind of really, to me, it made like a sweet wheat type of category, whereas it leaned it out. Granted, it was sweet, it was enjoyable.
That's a
Everyone
Belgian
had
wit, though.
Right, but same family, right? Wheats and wits.
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess so. Very close.
I mean, but that's the thing. You stopped me before I was saying, everyone had an orange in their beer with that one specifically.
Yeah.
However,
and early on,
there is a lot.
Early on, those Hefeweizens got served with a slice of citrus, like the Pyramid and what's the brothers up there in the PNW. Yeah, there you go. Right.
Yeah, right. And a purist like Dan Gordon too. I remember his thing was no, you don't need the orange wedge. The citrus flavor comes from the yeast side of the whole beer. So
yeah, the bananas and cloves.
Yeah. So what I say is, it's not as lean as a wit beer or some of these more popular or not popular, just newer style or newer takes on a classic style.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, so we will rate these beers later during our Untapped portion of the show. Don't forget to follow us on Untapped. Search Cöld Brüe Podcast and friend us, and we'll friend you back. But right now, it's time for some beer news. All right, this comes to us from the more brainier side of the beer world, from Scientific American. Here is the headline: Metal Brew. Yeast does double duty processing electronic waste. When brewer's yeast left over from beer making is mixed with the right seasonings, it makes a bitter, earthy paste called Marmite that is especially popular in the UK. Smeared on toast, it's a snack that can be an acquired taste, but a study published recently in Frontiers in Bioengineering and Biotechnology found that residual yeast sludge can also be used to bind to electric waste metals, a capability the research suggests could help recycle the world's growing mountain of discarded gadgets. When the study authors added brewer's yeast, a single-cell fungus, to a watery solution of mixed metals, they noticed the yeast could isolate and take up specific metals and be reused at least 5 times without losing binding strength. The team says this method offers a more environmentally sustainable alternative to current extraction techniques such as pyrometallurgy, an energy-intensive melting process that can release toxic fumes. And even though brewer's yeast may be tasty as some, much of it still gets dumped and is extremely cheap and plentiful. That's pretty cool, man. They could take used yeast, yeast that's maybe past its viability in the brewing process, but still viable in neutralizing e-waste. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, man, you need a hard drive wipe. Crack open a beer.
Yeah, Sierra Nevada, they got the sedimentation on the bottom usually, right? In the pale ale.
Think so?
All right, let me go on a couple more paragraphs. In Austria, we produce a lot of beer, and we have a lot of brewer's yeast that goes to waste, says study lead author Anna Sieber, a graduate student of University of Natural Resources and Life Sciences in Vienna. I wonder how you say that in German. Man, that's got to be a fucking mouthful. Knowing the yeast can bind to metals and be used multiple times, she says, we think this method could actually help limit both the yeast and electronic waste streams. The research rinsed, froze, dries, and ground up 20 liters of residue with inactive yeast from a brewery. Next, they added some of the yeast to solutions containing a laboratory-made mix of aluminum, copper, nickel, and zinc, then added some solutions with those same metals leached directly from scrapped printed circuit boards. The researchers adjusted the mixture's acidity, and temperature to alter the charge of sugar molecules on the yeast organisms' surfaces. Particular metals are drawn to specific charges on the sugars, so this process controlled which metals the yeast attracted and bound. After each attempt, the scientists extracted the yeast and soaked it in an acid bath to remove the metals from it, leaving the yeast ready for another round. Sounds pretty simple. I mean, I remember taking chemistry at San Jose State, and we had to mix. It's basically we mix metals together, liquids together, and then we had metal precipitate. They called it because the atoms formed bonds, and they just took themselves out of the whole equation.
That's basically what's going on there.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. Exactly. Anyway, fucking A, man. That's so cool. Science is fucking awesome. All right, I have one more story. I have one more story before we move on to my favorite segment of the show. This comes to us from Chowhound. I have not read this article yet. This is new to me, as it is to our listeners, unless you've already read it online. Why you should skip picking up craft beer at Costco. Hey, where'd you get your beer right now that you're drinking for the show?
I'm telling you. No, okay. It's Costco, but that's all they deliver to you.
I know. I'm fucking with you. All right. The words craft beer and Costco feel like the antithesis of each other. This observation alone says a lot about what the warehouse chain's craft beer section is like. When it comes to try some new craft beers, variety is key. Each of these beverages are unique, and the experimental qualities of craft beer mean that each is an acquired taste. So, to make sure there is something for everyone, most craft breweries have dozens of options. I don't know about dozens. It depends on the brewery you go to. Maybe, tens of options. Anyway.
So really do dozen options.
Yeah, there you go. A dozen, not dozens, but a dozen. You're right. Perfect. Making for a fun scavenger hunt experience when customers
real quick. Sorry, disclaimer.
Yeah.
But some breweries, that's all they need, right?
Some that's too many taps than they have. While some popular grocery chains can mimic that craft brewery experience, and others offer dozens of options for customers, Costco's business model does not allow for that kind of variety. Costco thrives because it offers niche, limited selections of products that will appeal to the masses. So Costco's craft beers probably won't be the experimental or unique choices that craft beer enthusiasts love. Instead, most of them will be easy, crowd-pleasing choices. This might be convenient for some, but it sort of takes the fun out of the craft beer experience for others, and that is why you might want to skip the craft beer section in Costco. I'm not going to continue with this because, like I said, this is the first time I've read it, and now that I've read it, I just realized that it is like most craft beer enthusiasts, such as you and I, We fucking know this. We don't. Is this article really necessary?
For some, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, for those trying to
I
seek
mean, no one I
variety,
want to associate with, but I guess.
for those of us that want to seek variety, we know Costco does not have variety of any fucking thing. They specialize in
Yeah, I mean, I
bulk.
agree. I mean, sorry, no, I don't
Yeah.
mean to be quiet, but
No, go
yeah,
ahead.
that's what I mean. When I think of Costco, I do think of bulk, large quantities stuff, and even household staples, just in general, like some good value shopping.
Yeah.
I as a craft beer enthusiast, you know where to get craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
I know I don't want to I don't want to regularly buy beer at Costco because I could go to Safeway or Whole Foods, and
Yeah.
then even then I know that the beer at Safeway and Whole Foods isn't what they have in the tap rooms. So if I really feel like drinking some big craft beer, I'm gonna go to a tap room or a bar or even a restaurant
Mm-hmm.
over because kegs is really where it's at right now for that type of super specialty drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, it's you're not going to a big box store to get a variety of craft beer.
Yes. Okay,
Anyway.
so where's the Pliny? I'm walking the Costco.
Dude, I mean, like, is this article really necessary? Come on. This guy is just fucking mailing it. I'm going to write to Chowhound and say, do not pay this person for this article because it's
Oh,
bullshit.
jeez.
Hold on,
All
hold
right.
on. I'm going to press pause and we're going to do this. All right, we're
Oh, no, no.
back. How you doing?
We just got someone fired. But other than that, I guess I feel all right.
Dude, I mean, come on. You've worked with people who, like, you look at them like, really? You're like, I can't
Oh,
believe you get a paycheck for what you're fucking doing right now.
okay. I see your point.
All right. All right, let's move on. You know what time it is?
I get it.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment on Cold Brew because it's my favorite segment. It's time for the Cold Brew List.
Dun, 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 dun. So let me ask you this.
Hmm.
What's the rest of your year look like?
Ooh. Can I quote a movie for this one?
If you must.
I like to quote Kingpin in drinking. A whole lot of drinking.
Wrong context. But I get your point. All right. Well, for me and mine, are the rest of our year is complete now because the NFL season schedule was dropped.
Oh man. Let me ask you this before we get to your list. Um, they announced like, oh, we're gonna drop the schedule on this day, but then like 5 days before a game gets leaked, like the first game of the season gets leaked, and then 4 days before, two Monday night games get released and leaked, and they leaked. People, it's bullshit. It's fabricated bullshit.
Well, yeah. I mean, they know that.
Yeah,
However, it's to get people talking.
yeah, I
It's
know.
like,
Yeah, I get it.
well, here's the date, and something
Hmm.
really comes up. Ooh, wait, well, this is the date, but look at what we know. So I don't want to play the schedule game, but
Yeah,
I just want to go over the um the lineup we got, the order we got, and we'll talk about it.
you got a mouse in your pocket?
All right. So and it's obviously longtime listeners would know, and new time listeners, I don't know, just bear with us because we're talking about our beloved 49ers.
Yes.
All right. So week one, we get the Jets at home.
Win.
Well, we're not playing the schedule. I'm just saying we're
I
talking
know.
about it. But
I'm
yeah,
playing it.
I
I'm
mean,
playing it.
okay. Okay, you play. I won't because I don't want to
Okay.
contradict.
All
But
right.
I see it though too. Just normally because Rogers hasn't seen the field in a while. Granted,
Mm-hmm.
the whole cliche. He's a veteran. He doesn't need preseason. Blah blah blah. However, he's coming off one of the worst injuries an athlete could have. He's pretty long in the tooth as far as careers go.
And
And
when's the
the
last time he beat
Jets,
him? When's the last time he beat the 49ers too?
that's a good point as well. And another like deep cut is the Jets do have I think they have three new offensive linemen.
Yeah.
So
And
that
and
so that
Rob
unit, yeah.
and Robert Saleh is not a great coach. He hasn't proven himself yet.
Ah, that's another fair assessment as well.
Okay.
Next Sunday, September 15th at Minnesota.
Win. Fuck them.
Yeast are nemesis now. Darnold, right? Is Darnold
Yeah.
playing or did
Yeah.
they get a rookie?
They got JJ McCarthy, but I don't know if he's going to start week 2.
Right. And the week after, we go to the Rams.
Win. I don't know if you've
Oh,
noticed, but I'm going to say win every fucking week.
I got that.
Okay.
Um, this is their first game after Aaron Donald. However, we've always handled Aaron Donald pretty well. And granted,
Yeah.
he did get some good numbers against us. They did get some wins against us. However, it's not like he wrecked games and dominated and hurt our players. So
Yeah, he didn't get a 3 sack, 5 loss tackle for loss games against us.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
After that, for week 4, we come home and we play the Patriots.
Win.
Right? Do they have a new quarterback or they got an old quarterback?
Drake May. They
Drake May, that's right.
Yeah, they got Drake May from I think North Carolina, right? And plus they have a new coach, Gerard Mayo. It's a rebuilding like for the next 2-3 years for them.
Real quick, I want to go back to the New York Jets. That's a Monday night game, and then we have 2 road games, and then the September 29th. That's our first day game at home against New England, and hopefully, the warm weather is behind us. Although it has been hot, like all the way up to October out here too. So at least it won't be scorching like week 1 scorching.
Yeah, I remember sweating it out at Candlestick in September and October too.
Oh yeah, I used to get sunburned and everything.
Yep.
Let's see, Sunday the 6th of October. Your Cardinals come to town.
Win. Seriously, they started piecing it together later on, but man, you're not winning with Kyler Murray. Like I'll bet against you. He's get out of here.
That James Conner has some nice games against us, and I looked it up. I mean, okay, so he hasn't hit the infamous 30-year mark as a running back. However, last year was his first 1,000-yard season. The guy's, as good as a player as he is, he hasn't really showcased the consistency. And it could be for a lot of reasons. I mean, however, so you got Murray, you got Connor. Okay. But then you got the rookie, Hollywood Brown left. I don't know what other jersey you wear, but yeah, I'm not too impressed.
Okay.
Then short week because we have to go to Seattle for Thursday night football.
Win.
So after that, okay, so here's something I read, and it's not that bad then because we got the Thursday night game, then we don't play till the next Sunday. So the Thursday game is the 10th. The Sunday game is the 20th, and we play Kansas City at home.
Oh, okay. So I thought we had the bye before then, but yeah, because they were saying that Kansas City has the bye the week before we played them, right?
Right. Kansas City's bye, yeah. So we're coming off the 10-day week versus
14
versus a versus a standard. Yeah. So as far as rest, it's 10 versus 14 or game days.
Yeah.
It's 10 versus 14, which isn't as bad as
10 versus 7.
There you go. Or 14 versus 7. Right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Because that's what it's going to be like the week after for Sunday Night Football on the 27th against Dallas.
Okay, look. My whole thing with the Chiefs now.
Hold on.
Wait.
I said October 27th against Dallas.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
What do you say? He's announced the game.
Oh, yeah. The Dallas game, Dallas is shit.
Telling me Smalls win.
Oh, win.
To say win.
Yeah, win. Dude.
Can we edit this out?
Dallas is shit, man. Dallas was shit last year. They were a paper tiger, and They didn't do anything in the offseason. Not a damn thing. They drafted, yes, they drafted according to their position, but they didn't improve one damn thing from last year. Their coach was terrible. Their quarterback is mediocre. That's a win. I don't care if they're coming off a bye. I'm not afraid of fucking Dallas this year. And going back to the Chiefs, even Kelsey said they take the regular season off. They have no fucking receivers. They didn't hire any receivers. They didn't draft any receiver. They drafted that receiver, but he's a rookie. Prove it. And then Rashee Rice, like his off trouble.
You're looking at some time right now.
I know, right? His off court or his off field troubles. I really think, and they're playing in San Francisco. They're going to try. They're not going to put the best effort. I really think they're going to beat them in regular season, but it's not going to mean shit because it's not in the Super Bowl, and we already lost twice to them in the Super Bowl. So even if the 49ers beat them regular season, the Chiefs fans are going to be
you're talking about Kansas City, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Chiefs fans are going to be pointing at the fucking scoreboard or the Super Bowl wins.
They're all banners.
Yeah, it's already pissing me off.
All right, now go to Dallas.
Yeah.
What do you say on that? Okay.
Yeah, win because they're bullshit. That's a bullshit team.
Okay. Your description of Kansas City and Dallas seem, or going back and forth, are throwing me off.
Okay.
But guaranteed not losing on the third because that's a bye.
Yay! Woo-hoo.
Yeah. And after the bye, we head out to Tampa Bay.
Oh, win.
Your boy Baker heard that.
Chip on his shoulder.
Then we come back for Seattle.
Oh, that's a win.
I'm in this Facebook group where it's like trash talking. It's Niners versus Seahawks, and
that's fun.
So someone posted like the last 16 or 20 games, and like Baker and Gino got the same stats, but if you do the math, they're not Baker, Purdy.
Oh, okay.
Think of your boy Baker.
Oh, Jesus
Purdy
Christ.
and Gino got very similar stats, but if you do the math, that kind of skews. It's skewed because Gino was hurt like the year before and whatnot, so it didn't count some games.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "Oh, so if you're so confident, why aren't you crying about an extension for him?"
Yeah, right.
Okay. So that's 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah, at home, 1:00. Okay, I think I'm free that day. Moving on, the 24th at Green Bay.
Oh, win.
Yes, Jordan Love and them. They got a little squad going. You can't overlook them.
They had momentum at the end.
Bay is not.
They had momentum at the end of last season. Real quick, I know we've gone through more than half of the season, but this is going off the fact that no one's going to get hurt. Now, we both know that's not going to happen. But just going off the fact, if no one gets hurt on paper, all these should be wins, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, going off that, the as of right now in preseason, the Niners are the only team favored in every game.
Oh, I heard that. I did hear that.
Yeah, and then who is it? It's Carolina and someone. Like, there's two teams that are underdog in every game.
Oh, okay, yeah. I could see Carolina. Maybe. I don't know. I'll come back to you on that one. I'll try to think it up. Keep going.
So, okay, so Green Bay, and then after that we go to Buffalo for Sunday Night Football.
That's gonna be a tough one. That's the only one I'm not confident in. So that's gonna be the one L right now.
Are you saying tie?
Did I mispronounce L? Okay, all right. T.
Yes.
T.
I want to say it's December, it's Buffalo, but it's not like snow blizzard Buffalo. It's not like the playoff Buffalo
Yeah, yeah. We'll see.
where they got the drunk fans are making $2 an hour shoveling snow.
Or the we can't fly home tonight.
Oh yeah. Um. Then Chicago comes to Levi on the 8th.
Oh yeah, win. I mean, I wish the best for Caleb and Odunze, but yeah, they're a couple of years away from being contenders.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm saying yeah, but you think Caleb's a starter week 1?
Yes, I think so.
He's got to be, right?
Yeah.
And you don't think he's benched by week 14?
Maybe Barry could well
Yeah.
be because he's got no fucking line.
Then we have a short week on that one because then the Rams come to town
Oh,
for
win.
Thursday Night Football. Okay. Then we have the extendo, the 10 days off, and we go to Miami on December 22nd.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Tua will get his extension or his contract signed before then. But that's gonna be a fun one. I know the 49ers have had the Dolphins' card in the last couple of years, but that they played them at home. So in Miami, might be nice. Might be nice. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna give it I'll give it a win until I see otherwise.
And Monday, December 30th, Monday Night Football. Detroit comes to town. The rematch of the championship game. Should be a good one.
Yeah. You know what? Just because we have so many wins, we could take the rest of the season off. So I'm gonna give it a nail on that one.
Because we already clinched.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're resting our guys.
What if we do that thing where on Sunday we clinch because any contender lost? That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they can't get enough wins now to
Catch up.
to take our spot. Yeah.
Right.
And then the last weekend, it's either the 4th or 5th TBD going to your neck of the woods.
Yep.
The Arizona Cardinals.
I was thinking about because I've gone to all the games that they've been to out here, except for a few, and a couple that just didn't. You know, the Halloween game or the one that it was in Mexico. But I don't know.
Right.
I kind of want to go to that game, but at the same time I don't, because like the 49ers, I'm predicting they are going to make the playoffs, and they might have it all, their seed like all situated by then, and like so why even try, right?
I get you.
Yeah, but at the same time, maybe like in if the Cardinals are in or out, if they're in, the tickets will be sky high. If they're out, because if they're in, then the Cardinals might be vying for a playoff position. But if they're out, then who the fuck cares? So I'm reserved whether I should buy tickets yet. I'm thinking I should wait to see what happens by the end of the year. But regardless, I think if the Niners are in and their seed is already in the hands of fate, then maybe they take the game off. So that kind of sucks. Maybe I'll just stay home. Maybe I'll go to that the boosters, the 49er boosters had the party at Westgate the afternoon before. Maybe I'll just go to that and just go get drunk and have fun.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what sports are all about.
According to Homer Simpson. So the way I have it, the 49ers are going to be 15-2 next year. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. 14-2-1. Very good. And that's if nobody gets hurt. Realistically, what do you think the over-under for the 49ers this year? And then I'll look on the sports book, to tell you what they think.
I already know. I mean, their over under right now opening is 11.5, so it's 12. I'm sorry, I think it's just 11. I take that back. What I want, a sports talk radio show just came down to is look for them to repeat the same record, 12-5 next year.
You know, it's funny. I was on Caesar Sportsbook and they had the Chiefs favorite to win the Super Bowl, and I just went on to FanDuel and now they have the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. They're at plus 550 right now, and the Chiefs are plus 600. I tried to do like last year. I think I picked the Niners, Chiefs, Cowboys, and one other team to make the Super Bowl, and I won. To make the playoffs. I won that bet. They haven't unlocked that aspect that bet in either of the books, but 49ers to where are their win totals? Here we go. Let me scroll on FanDuel right now. Yeah, 11.5. So 11.5 over wins you 100, and under is minus 120. So the betting public thinks the Niners they're fading the Niners right now on the 11.5. They think they're going to win 11 games.
Very good.
What do you think? Me and you, 20 each on the Niners over.
I don't discuss finances.
All right, fair enough. I already bet the Niners to win the Super Bowl. Hold on, I was on FanDuel. I have to go on Caesars right now. So many sports books right now, man. Let me see. Bets. Open. And I have right now the 49ers on Caesars. I got them plus 575 to win the Super Bowl. I bet on them every year to win the Super Bowl. I was close last year. I think I might be close this year. Window is closing though, right? It's always a 5-year window.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's and plus with both Debo and Ayuk at the end of their contracts, it's almost like, yeah, it's either win this year or we have to regroup and plan for another next 5 years.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. To be a fan in the NFL these days, that's pretty much how you have to. That's how you have to think, and yet that's how you have to gear yourself towards the season.
Ugly truth of being a fan.
All right, man. So, great list. How's your beer treating you?
All right, man. Almost gone.
Nice.
Been sipping on it.
Mine too.
Talking a lot. Yeah.
We are going to rate our beers right now on Untapped. So search Cöld Brüe Podcast and friend us, and we'll friend you back. But right now, it is time to rate some beers. I'm going on Untapped right now, and Gordon Biersch. I'm surprised Dan Gordon hasn't got rid of the Biersch, because they don't no longer have the restaurants. I'm surprised. I really want to get a hold of Dan, and maybe they're still partners as far as business wise, because even if they don't have the restaurants. Gordon Biersch, Hef. Here it is. What would you like to rate this beer at?
It's unfair. I'm gonna give it a 4.
It's not unfair, man. You're almost right there. Right now is an overall rating of 3.54. 5 of our friends have rated it for 3.60. So, check in and give it a 4. What notes would you like to leave on this one?
Oh, just I'm gonna say malty, rich and sweet.
Oh yeah, rich and sweet. Save and check in. I'm gonna go back real quick and see which of our friends have rated it right now. They did not rate it right now. I'm saying, they rated it before. Mike P.
Not before the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike P gave it a 3.5. Patrick M just checked in. Let's see. Eric Stump gave it a 4.5. Chris Toadman gave it a 3.0. John B gave it a 3.5. There you go. All right. So mine, Good Company, Till the Day I Die. Going off of your reference to Bad Company. I like this one, man. This is a hazy. So hazy IPAs are prevalent. Everyone's doing them these days because they want to make money. Even if they don't like them, personally, everyone wants to make money. So everyone's brewing hazy IPAs. Hazy PA, you don't see as much, but it should be as well respected. I like this one. This is a good one. Good Company. I'm going to give it a 4.0, just like you gave your Hefeweizen. So here, hold on a second. Let me type it up. Cat list. Good Company. Oh, there it is. Check in. It's overall rating of 3.70. So I'm going to check in at 4. And I'm going to say it is smooth. Oops. Smooth. What the hell? How does that come out as smooth? Smooth and citrusy. How do you spell citrusy? Oh, I spelled it correctly. Hey, all right. Good for me. I'm not, I'd give it a little bit higher. I'm not a big wheat fan when it comes to hazies, and I could taste a little wheat in it. I just fucking love oats, though. So I'm more of an oats fan of Holland Oats. Who's better, Hall or Oats?
Hall, right?
Yeah. Hall is better. Yes, you're correct.
Sadly, weren't they suing each other like a while back?
I don't know. I think they were sleepy with each other at some point.
Whoa, hey.
I know one looks like Baba Booey. Like, how's Baba Booey going to win anything?
Remember when Simpsons made that joke about like the second best band?
What?
They made that joke about the second best band, and they had like they named like duets, and they had like like it was just Garfunkel, and it was Oates, and it was Lisa. And,
yeah, and then like it was like
Lisa's like, why did they show up just to boo us?
Yeah, it was like Lisa's Bad Dream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh man. Hey, speaking of, you brought that up, and you also brought that up that Larry died, right? Larry the barfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching the Simpsons, the newer episodes. Dude, I've watched maybe like season 1 through like 28 or 29, maybe even 30, like so many times. I haven't seen like the last few seasons, like, to be honest. I have to check them out, see what they're all about.
Yeah, neither have I. Like, I mean, I know we spoke about the Larry thing, but I mean, I'll be honest, I dozed off watching that one just because I was tired.
Oh man! Speaking of dying off, I just want to bring up before we sign off. Dabney Coleman died on May 16th. Crazy, Mr. 80s. Like that guy, like he put out some great movies like in the mid 80s, and I know you and I don't know about you, but for me, my introduction to Dabney Coleman was the 1984 movie Cloak and Dagger.
Okay, I love Cloak and Dagger. Big fan.
Yeah.
Jack Flack. Right.
Yeah. Jack Flack always escapes.
Just wasn't he? Well, I mean, he was famous before, but like, wasn't 9 to 5 a big deal before then?
Yes. Yeah. It was. I didn't see that movie till way later though.
Oh, really? Because that's what I remember. Like, oh, that's the bad guy. Like I like him now. He's not the evil guy no more.
Oh yeah, because oh man, he played like the quintessential like evil CEO of a company of a corporation in the 95 movie based off the Dolly Parton song 9 to 5, right?
Well, I don't know if the movie was based off the song, but yeah, the
Chicken
song
and
was a
egg,
big
right?
part of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the biggest or Dolly Parton or 9 to 5 fan. I just remember him from that role. And yeah, that movie had a lot of at least pop success. I don't know if it won any awards.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but he was also in War Games. You Got Mail. Tootsie was another one. Have you ever seen Tootsie, that Dustin Hoffman movie when he played a chick?
No, I haven't. I know it's very, very popular and people rave about it. However, I have not seen that one.
I've seen it. I think it started a lot of tropes because of what it did. Because if you watch movies now, like you're like, oh yeah, strike it, rewind it. If you watch that movie now, you'd be like, oh, I've seen that before in this movie, because that one jump started a lot of different tropes.
Oh, but like the trope in question though is a in another movie, but after Tootsie, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I get you.
Yeah, but Dabney, like in the mid '80s, he was like unassailable. He was in The Man with One Red Shoe. He was in Muppets Take Manhattan. He was in that Buffalo Bill movie. That he was in Dragnet. Ooh, remember him in Dragnet when he would play the Hugh Hefner type role?
Oh yeah, that's right. It was. I thought he was one. I know he wasn't the main evil guy, but I thought he was one of the henchmen. But
No,
no,
no.
yeah, he was Bates, right? Bates magazine or
There
Bait
you
magazine,
go.
whatever.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Ooh, I gotta go. I have to have my port sucked at 12 or some shit like that, right?"
Something like that. Some innuendo.
There you go. All right, man. Anything else you'd like to bring up on this episode of Cöld Brüe Podcast?
Yeah, nothing I can think of.
All right. Thank you for downloading yet again another Cöld Brüe. I'm Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we'd like to wish you cheers.
Until next time.